Let's consider reactive thinking. Reactive thinking is one of the most critical modes of thinking to understand because it kills creativity. A lack of understanding of this mode of thinking will inhibit you from being truly creative. Now, we live in a world where information is cheap. We can find out what we need to know when we need to know it. Everything is happening at an incredible pace. The speed at which information is coming at us and the speed at which we have to give information back out is incredible. Now, this all leads to a focus on speed. You know, you've got to be fast, you've got to respond quickly, you've got to get things out there quickly. Well, very, very dangerous unless you know how to control that. There are times and there are ways that you can react very quickly and you can react safely when talking about creativity and coming up with creative solutions. But unfortunately, most of us react without thinking about our thinking. Now, what that means is that when we're in a reactive mode of thinking, we allow events to control us. So we have an external frame of reference. The event controls us, we don't control the event. That leads to very short-term thinking. A challenge comes in, a problem comes in, and it means we react to it very quickly. I mean, how many of you suffer from just having email after email just popping into your computer? What do you do with those emails? You react. You try and get them away as quickly as possible. Now, there are great strategies at helping manage your emails, and if you do that, that's brilliant. But what we're talking about here is reactive thinking in general. And when you react too quickly to try and solve a problem, you cannot be creative. It actually leads you to being one step behind. You're always going to be behind because you're always reacting. To be in front, you can't just be a reactive thinker. Now, a reactive thinker is therefore always a follower. Now, if you're listening to this, you obviously don't want to be a follower. This book is about being a leader. It's about getting ahead, making a difference and overcoming sameness. So understanding and having an awareness of what reactive thinking means and how you must control it is so important. Let me give you another example of how reactive thinking will impact on your day-to-day communication with, let's say, your organization. Imagine this is a group of people having a so-called brainstorming session. Now imagine this lady coming up with an idea that she thinks is great. She shares it with everyone around the table. What are the three things that will come into the minds of everyone around that table? Well, first of all, they'll think, do I agree with her idea? And if so, how can I strengthen it? Or do I disagree? So what information can I give to show how that idea is weak? Or perhaps they'll just think, I'm not sure. But what is absolutely clear is everyone around that table are no longer in a generative thinking mode. They're in a reactive thinking mode. They're reacting to the idea that somebody has generated. She has put that whole table into a direction from which they can never come back. Understanding this is so important because there are techniques and processes that are covered in the GTS system that will show you how to prevent reactive thinking from affecting you in a negative way. Now, reactive thinking can also be very positive because if you know that you've gone through a complete set of steps to come out with what is your best idea, the idea that has the best chance of success, then you can react very quickly to external events or influences when they arise because you know what your direction has to be. That's where reactive thinking is made very easy, and it takes it from being something that's restrictive to allowing you to be very, very fast.